refining. Now what she sings, I'm not able to believe that she's the same singer. So beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Great. So you got your water, coffee.
I have my water bottle.
Yeah, I somehow feel this podcast might go for a bit longer. That's why I thought I'll.
Absolutely. I just all charged up now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to go then.
Yeah.
Sharanya, absolute privilege to have you in the podcast. I love your studio setup. I also love the lighting, and I love Dad's picture. Who's next to Dad in the picture?
That is Kishore Kumar next to Dad.
Right. Wow.
One of his dreams, he's like, okay, I've never met him. At least let me have a painting like this or something drawn like this so that
Beautiful.
I can put it in my studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. I hope you noticed one more thing.
Reflections.
Yes.
That's the first thing I noticed.
I knew it. I mean, why am I even asking you this?
Nice. Do you have a story about it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like a few years back. I think my dad just brought it home, and I just saw Rahman sir's face, and I'm like,
Nice.
And then I was just going through it, and I'm like,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, I think there are so many memories associated, with Rahman sir, because from the time I think I learned how to talk, I think I have been listening to his songs.
Oh, wow.
From I think 92, 1 year. I was 1 year old.
Oof.
So I literally grew up listening to, Roja. They used to keep playing Roja songs all the time. My dad used to keep playing them all the time. And then, I was getting hooked onto it. And, they would always tell me that Chinna Chinna Asai was the very first song I ever sang, in my life, ever sang. So,
Wow.
so I think
Beautiful.
my journey kind of started with Rahman sir in that way.
I love hearing this. Hearing this.
So it's almost he's been such an integral part of my life. Yeah. So
Yeah, for
my
sure.
life growing up and listening to his music,
Yeah.
literally having tears over all those beautiful songs that he's made and all those background scores.
Yeah.
I can just keep going on and on. I will not stop.
Of course, we're going to go deep dive into
Yes.
various topics. But before we do that, I somehow feel that this podcast is going to go longer. So we've got so many things to discuss about. I personally have so many topics to talk about too. One of the first things is, how have you been with everything that's going on and since the last year and a half? How are you keeping yourself positive? How are things in general?
I mean, I think the second wave has been harder than first wave. And honestly, you come to realize that you're actually in a privileged position because you have a home and you have food, and there are so many people who are struggling to get hospital beds and all that. So this time it really got me thinking, and and personally, I also lost 4 of my very close relatives.
Sorry.
So it's been hard, but life moves on, and you have to just take all these wonderful and lovely memories from them and just cherish them. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's the way I'm looking at this.
For sure.
Yeah. So
And I think yourself and Dad have also been busy doing e-concerts and stuff during during the pandemic.
yeah, I think we did couple of concerts this time. I think last lockdown there were more concerts happening, but this time there were a couple of them happening, and I mean it's always a good experience to have this happen, and to sing to people and all that. I love singing, so I just loved it when a concert was happening and they'd invited me to sing. That itself was a great thing according to me. So
Super.
yeah.
Right. Look, I basically want to take a step back and then just give you a bit of background. The thing is, I think this was in 2019. That's when the car number plate and stuff like that happened. And believe it or not, your dad, Srini sir, my super, super close friend, was the first person to get in touch with me. And he was so touched with my way of portrayal of love for AR sir. And then you probably would have seen he even wrote a big long Facebook post on his own page and things like that. And then he got in touch with me and then been in touch. And then I think months later, that was when the Chennai concert happened.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and then he invited me home. He had so much trust in me and he gave me his number, address, and saying, "You come home, I want to meet you." And we sat in the living room and he
Yes,
even
yeah.
so I spent about an hour and a half or something just talking to him about various things, and he was in all smiles because I had this childlike enthusiasm. Firstly, to have seen one of my most favorite singers in person and asking him all sorts of silly and good questions. And he was just smiling away and answering everything. And then I even mentioned about some of the songs that he had never even imagined that I would talk about. And he was in all smiles. And however, with that said, he's been super, super supportive. And we always have this banter between us, where who is the
I
greatest
know
fan.
what it is, yeah.
And whenever he looks at me and smiles, in my mind, I have this like, die, I know who is the greatest fan.
I think I can be included in that now. Because now that I'm also there.
Because it's always a
Yeah,
competition. And then
it is, yeah.
I feel that I feel very blessed to have been in this journey, and thanks to AR sir most importantly for his music and for everything that he has created in terms of the magic. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have been in this journey, and I wouldn't have made friends like yourselves, and I probably wouldn't have come across Srini sir as well if it wasn't for this journey, if it wasn't for AR sir. And I still can't believe that I know, as much as the world thinks I am a super extrovert and outgoing person, I know how much of an introvert I am. And I had never imagined that I would be a person hosting a podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
And with 80 odd guests, I can't believe it.
Yeah,
So it's
such amazing guests, and like their insights are so beautiful.
thank
Like
you.
all of them are so beautiful. Yeah.
And I also wanted to say massive thanks to you as well, because you've been very helpful during the 99 Songs promotions when I created this army group and all. And also thanks to your dad for coming forward to help me support in the promotions too. And
Absolutely. I
and
mean,
it was just very, very amazing to see so much love pouring in. And
yeah.
thanks,
I
thank
mean,
you.
yeah, I think that was a fun group, right? The
It was.
promotions group. It was a lot of fun where everybody was sharing different covers and all of that. It was so beautiful. I mean, I
Yeah.
miss that group.
Yeah, actually, some of
Yeah.
them messaged me later. I was saying this to Sirisha as well yesterday that they missed that group.
Yeah, I really miss the group. I'm like, oh my God, if usually I don't like WhatsApp groups, but that was one group that I
Yeah,
really liked, and I didn't want to let go of that group, but I think everyone slowly started leaving the group.
correct,
Like, oh,
correct.
why?
No, because when some people started to leave, of course, after the release, I didn't want others to feel like they are being held, and I just wanted to let them go and be free.
I think you should just form another group, and I will be part of it till the very end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And look, I just basically wanted to say a massive thank you for all the help and also for the
Not at
amazing
all.
friendship. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
really treasure the
absolutely.
friendship that we share. And then thanks to your dad, most importantly, he's been very integral in this. And yeah, just amazing. It's one favorite family of mine. So
Oh.
whenever I come to Chennai again, I'm definitely taking you guys out for dinner.
Yes, we should. Yeah. I mean, and I also wanted to tell you that I have the I Love ARR t-shirt with me. I've just taken it from dad. And like, I think last time he saw me wearing that and he's like, hey, that's my t-shirt. I'm like, but it's now mine because I've taken it. I'm not giving it back to you and all.
I will send you one. I'll send you
we
another one.
we keep having these kind of fights all the time.
No, because I remember after the car number plate and all, which happened is when I created a t-shirt for myself.
Right.
And when I created one, I thought, you know what? I should send this as a surprise to your dad, and I'll send one. I'll send two to Sir AR Sir and his to the studio as well. So I sent a couple, and I said Srini Sir to give one or two to AR Sir as well, and I think he did. And and he said he kept two for himself. I said, yes, sir, that is a plan. And then he said, Sharanya took one.
Yes, I did.
And
I hold it like a prized possession, basically. I'm very proud of admitting that,
Thank you. I'll send you another one. I'll send you another cool one that I designed.
Yeah.
And and I sent Dad another new one as well. I think he did wear it and send me a selfie. Yes, the one which says ARR.
Okay, I think he's been hiding that from me. I'm sure he has.
He didn't share that selfie on social media, but he sent it to me personally. So
okay, after this podcast, I'm going to go and ask him. Confront him now.
Anyway, so look, one of the things I would love to hear from you is your childhood and your upbringing. I mean, the best part is you're in the household where your dad has been integral part of all the super amazing soundtracks that's been made and produced and everything that I can think of at Panchadan. And you're at home with that person and you've been growing up. So I want to hear it all.
Okay. Okay, I think from the time I remember, I was saying my dad used to keep playing all the songs that he sung, but most of them used to be Rahman sir's songs. And I think I still remember when Sangamam released, Mudal Murai Kili Parthen was my favorite song. Obviously, my dad had sung it, and he used to play the cassette in the car all the time, like all the time. And I think that was the first time, I think, I was aware of the magic that music was, creating inside me. Because when I heard Sangamam songs and when I heard songs like Mudal Murai or Saukyama or Mare Tuli, that's my favorite song. Every time I hear that song, I get goosebumps, even to this day.
For sure.
So I think that was probably when I realized the impact music could have on me, and especially Rahman sir's music. I've just grown up listening to all of them. He used to play all these songs, and he used to keep playing the cassette all the time for us to hear. Whether he'd sung in the album or not, it didn't matter, but he used to keep playing them. But most of the anecdotes he used to tell my mom. I mean, I was too young back then. But I think I remember in 2000 or 2001, he did this US tour. Rahman sir did this US tour, and Dad was part of it. I think he was gone for more than a month. And I remember being all excited because I would get gifts from there. And yes, of course, and there is this really beautiful album of all their experiences there, where they all went to Universal Studios and all that. I think Rahman sir is there in one of those pictures.
Amazing.
So I mean, he used to keep narrating these sort of experiences. But I think it was when I was in 7th standard or something. I think Boys had released. And
right.
It used to be a rage. In my school, everybody used to listen to Boys. And I had all my friends memorize this song. Boys inga vekkade, heartil helmet matade. The song. So everyone
Beautiful.
memorized all the lyrics, and we used to have a competition, like who remembers this, who remembers that, and all that. Yeah. And having said that, I should also mention Alangatti Mare from Tenali, because I was such a playful kid. I was like 9 years old. I think I was playing carom, or I was just like chilling or something like that. And then suddenly Dad just comes up to me and says, "Hey, listen, would you like to sing a song for Rahman uncle. That time he used to say
Correct.
Rahman uncle.
Correct.
And then I don't know why I was all confident. Now, my hands would be trembling, okay, at this. But back then I was like this really overconfident kid, and I'm like, yeah, sure, when and all that. Then he's like, right now. So I'm like, okay, take me to the studio and all that. So you can imagine how I was as a kid and how I've matured now. But back then I had literally like, I just went there, and I remember, I think Rehana ma'am was there. I think she was teaching us the tune also. She was teaching us. And then it was me and another girl called Saloni. So both of us were singing the kids portions. And then we were just memorizing and all that. And then in between, I remember they were giving us pizza and all. They came and asked us, "Enna veno saapradhukku?" And then we said, "Pizza." Okay. Like now I can't even imagine myself talking like that. Okay. So I went there, and then I saw Rahman sir. I was like, oh, this is only Rahman uncle. Wow. Like that.
He had long hair then?
Yeah. So I had long hair. He had hair till about here, I guess.
Yeah.
So we went there, and then sir was giving us instructions as to how to sing and all. And then I sang one line, and then he said, no, just make it a little more flowy. I still remember that phrase that he told me.
Right.
I will never forget that.
Right.
Just make it flowy. So he sang that and showed. I replicated that. He's like, okay, thank you, you're done, and all that. He told both of us. Then Appa was like, okay, go tell him thank you, and like before you. And then I remember going and saying, thank you so much, uncle, for this opportunity. And like when I think about this now, I'm like, what kind of a kid was I? Because I would never imagine talking to Rahman sir like this now. It was like back then, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, that I will never forget that experience, because that was the first time I went and met Rahman sir.
Yeah.
And after that, yeah, it's just, I mean, I've just fallen in love with all the albums. I've cried over songs. You experience different emotions, and when you're a teenager, you have all these heartbreaks and stuff. So I used to have like particular songs of Rahman sir's to listen to for those, particularly. And if if I was in a very happy mood, I will be listening to this kind of song. So for everything, my go-to was a Rahman sir song. It's always been like that for me.
Beautiful. Yeah. And how did you feel when the song that you recorded for him came out?
In Tenali or?
Yeah, in Tenali.
I remember bragging about it in school. Going and telling all the kids. I think I took the cassette cover and my name was there. It was Baby Sharanya or something in the cassette. I remember taking it there and then showing it to all my classmates and just showing off, like I was in 4th standard or something when this happened. Hey, I sang for Rahman. Like that. I was just showing off to everybody in my class, and I'm sure they all hated me back then. All kids were either like jealous of me or, they're like, oh my God, why is she bragging so much? Like, just calm down, like that kind of a
nice.
But yeah, I remember just going berserk once the song came out, and I was personally, very, very happy and proud to be part of the album. So yeah.
Beautiful. And what did your dad and mom had to say when that came out?
Dad, he has this very zen-like approach to anything. So he was just telling me, I understand you're excited and all that, but you should also maintain this, this calm and composed sort of state where, you don't go and tell all the kids in your class about this.
Yeah.
All that. So, I think all that advice from dad started from when I was young itself.
Nice.
Because, yeah. So all that was happening. But he was very, very happy about it. He was super happy. And getting to sing for Rahman sir itself, it's like a dream come true for anybody. So
amazing.
He was so happy. Yeah.
And look, of course, I still want to dig more into that phase of your life for sure. But I wanted to ask, what is it like to be a daughter of one of the most respected and renowned singers of India?
Yeah, see, I think there are both sides to it. Uh, Firstly, I'm very, very happy to have a father who's not just a renowned musician, but he's also respected in the industry.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm also proud of the fact that he's introduced a lot of beautifully talented people to the industry.
I
So
agree.
all these, they just, I'm just filled with happiness in my heart thinking about all those things. Yeah, but having said that, sometimes there is also the other side where people, have all these small assumptions about me.
Correct.
Okay, hey, this girl is like, maybe she's arrogant, maybe she's like this. They have all these kind of assumptions about me, or they rather used to.
Or
And
the
then,
pressure on you.
yes, yeah. So the pressure is okay. So I think the way I was looking at it before and the way I look at it now is very, very different, because he's always told me to carve my own path, like without depending on him for anything. Like earlier, I never understood that. Like, I think when I was just starting out, I used to irritate my dad, literally, like saying, "Why don't you introduce me to this person, that person?" But he was very clear. He would be like, you make your own demo, you make your own scratch, you approach those people, you go meet those people on your own will. So I think over those years, I've kind of understood, like what he meant by that. Because I think once you start doing these things on your own is when you'll realize how difficult it is, how difficult it is to even like sustain in an industry like this. So I think whatever lessons dad has taught has been very, very valuable to me. And these are some things that I will always cherish, because I mean, these are some things that I might probably pass on to my kid as well. But yeah, I mean, so earlier I used to get really pressurized. That's what I'm saying. I used to get very pressurized. I used to be like, oh my God, I don't know what people are thinking about me. Oh my God, I don't know what people are going to say. I don't know how I'm going to sing for this person, that person, and all that. But now I find myself in a more like calm and composed state,
Nice.
taking things as they come
Correct.
instead of, like, just like they say hustling, right? Okay, I think hustling is good, but not at the cost of getting stressed out, or it impacting your mental health and all that. Mental well-being is so important.
For
I
sure.
understood that only in the last 2-3 years, like,
Yeah.
first give importance to that, and then the rest of it comes later. So all these are only because of what dad has taught me. And of course I discovered these things through all these years. So yeah, now I'm a little more like, they'll say that your competition has to be only with yourself. So I always feel that, I was singing like this 2 years before. Now I'm singing a little better than that. So I always assess myself like that, instead of saying, okay, why am I not as popular as this person, or why am I not getting as many songs as this person? So instead of that, I think everyone has to just, you know retrospect and think that, you have to only see the progress you've made all these years, and it's a journey. You
Correct.
have to be happy about going through this journey. So yeah, I mean, through the years I've just realized these things. So now I don't feel that pressure or anything. I'm
Super.
just happy doing what I'm doing. And singing makes me happy. So whenever I sing, I'm like super happy. So there is no pressure, honestly, right now.
Super.
Yeah.
Nice. And you obviously formally learned music, right? As part of your, it
Yeah.
started from your childhood itself. And was, how should I say, it? The pathway to the musical journey was your decision or something that your dad liked his daughters to get onto, or how did that happen?
No, my
Or it
dad
was just natural because music was flowing in the family?
maybe a combination of the first thing you said and the last thing. Because
Okay.
um see, I've always been drawn to music, like right from childhood. I think I've enjoyed singing.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed singing. I've always enjoyed listening to songs.
Yeah.
Um, and dad used to put me in music classes. Like he used to think that, okay, you like music, you want to learn music, go learn music. Don't just while away your time like this, because it'll be valuable for you. But at that age I was very playful. I never used to go to these classes. I used to skip them and all that. But I always thought that when I grow up I should be a singer. Like
Mm.
I in between I did have like some confusion, where I wanted to do something in biotechnology, and then it changed to chartered accountancy and all. But I realized that I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to be in music. I wanted to do something in music. So I think when
Mm.
I went and told dad that, the first thing he said was, listen, you should not do this for fame or money or anything. You should do it because you're passionate and you like to do it.
Mm.
At that time I didn't understand what he was saying. Like
Mm. Mm.
I think this must have been in 2010 or something.
Mm.
And but then I was like, no, I want to do music only. I want to be part of it. I want to sing. So he's like, okay, but you should practice every day, and you should make sure you enjoy what you're doing. If you want to sing, you should enjoy singing,
Mm.
nothing else.
Mm.
If that does not excite you, then this is not the right profession for you.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I think those words have stayed. And yeah, I mean, because now I realize that I love singing, and, I want to be part of this. And yeah, I mean, you come to that realization like as you age.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah, all these things did impact my decision making
Mm.
in choosing my career and all.
Mm.
But having said that, I want to also add that my Carnatic guru, her name is
Mm.
Padma Narayan. She
Nice.
passed away now because of
Yeah.
COVID and all that.
Sorry.
Yeah. So she was also a person who was instrumental in me taking this up professionally, because she would encourage me so much. She
Mm.
gave me that confidence that was required. Like,
Mm.
even if I made a mistake somewhere in class, she'll
Mm.
say, okay, I mean, just sing it again. And she'll make sure like me or any other student, we all perfected each and every note of what she taught us. So
Wow.
even now I can sing what she taught me and all that. So I think all these do make a huge impact in like the path you take and all that. So she's
Amazing.
also been instrumental in this journey so far. Yeah. So
Right. Beautiful. So beautiful. And what does dad have to say with with the journey that you have been so far?
yeah, I mean, he's very happy about it, because I think initially he was a little doubtful. Because I was like this very I was just out of college and all that, and I was
Right.
just telling him, I want to sing, I want to sing, I want to do this. Why am I not singing this song? Why am I not doing this? So
Mm.
I used to have that much of like that rage inside me. But now the way he sees me is like this more calmer version of like what I used to be. And uh, I think he sees me singing something or the other every day. So that itself has made him very happy, because earlier he used to keep complaining. That used to be his one complaint: you're never practicing, I never see you singing anything at all. So but I think now, I don't know, something inside me has told me that you should sing every day. Should sing, not for practice or anything, not because I want to, like, some people will sit in practice because they have to practice. But um you know that passion inside
Mm.
any artist comes alive, like
Mm.
suddenly, like that.
Mm.
So I think for me it has come alive like in the last 2-3 years, because every day I've been sitting and singing something in the mic. So all that makes him very happy, whether
Because
I
it makes you
sing
happy. Yes.
yeah, whether I sing a song in a movie or don't sing. I don't think that matters to him, but what matters to him is just seeing me practice in front of the mic and seeing me happy. So I think he's happy about it.
Super. I'm sure he is, for sure. And he's super proud of you too. And
Hopefully.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, I mean, during the journey where dad was, I mean, I'm sure he still is the integral part of Sir's team. Has he shared any of the memories of recording a song or any of the sessions? Has he come back home and say, hey, you know what? We did this today. It sounds amazing, but I can't wait for you to hear. Something along those lines?
Yeah. So many of them. I think one thing I can say is I think he was doing... I think Sadhna ji was there to record Snehidane.
Wow.
I think dad had just he'd sung the track or something like that for her to like learn, and he was teaching her the tune. So he would narrate all that to us. He would say that this is such a beautiful tune, and I was very young, but I still remember this. It's such a beautiful tune, and this is going to come in this movie, and all that, like, so all these anecdotes used to be there. And I think Vinay Tandi Varvaya also, he was mentioning about Aromale.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was saying that there's this really beautiful song in the movie. Like, all the songs are beautiful, but he mentioned Aromale because of that impact that it has that kind of impact. Like, for me personally, every time I listen to that song, I have all these this plethora of emotions happening inside me.
Sure.
It's like I feel rage. I also feel sorrow. I feel happiness. I don't know. It's that kind of a beautiful song. Finally, I have tears in my eyes. Every time I listen to the song,
Yeah.
it happens. So he was just mentioning about, I think, the recording of that song. So that itself got us all excited. We're like, oh my God, can't wait for the album to come out and all that. I think when all of us heard the songs, we were just like,
Yeah.
blown away.
Did you have the privilege of getting sneak previews of any of the songs?
No,
At all?
unfortunately, no. He's very, very, very ethical when it comes to
Yeah.
these things. Dad is just like, he's tight-lipped. He will mention these experiences and maybe sing a line in show, but he will not play anything. So he's been very, very.
Wow.
Even if I go and beg him, please play just one song, just one stanza. No. Yeah. So I mean, but that makes sense, because when you listen to the song, finally you're just overwhelmed by all those emotions that
Yeah.
experience with the song,
Mm.
as opposed to just listening to like one stanza and like wanting more of it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So all
And
that.
has again, considering that dad is part of the team anyway, and has AR sir come home? Has he visited you
Yes.
home?
Once.
Okay. And
Come
when
home
was that?
once. I think it was
Was it the same home where I visited?
yes, it was.
Did
Yeah,
he
he's
sit in the
come.
same spot I sat? No.
No, I don't think this couch was there.
Okay.
It was a different couch. Yeah, but sir,
If
came home.
if this question was for your dad, he would have said, "Dad, idu konjam over up or did."
See, I'm too nice. I'm too nice of a person to.
Of course. Right.
Yeah.
So tell me, sir came home and what for? And I want to hear.
I don't know, sir. Just I think he was here for something, like here, as in the vicinity. I think he just called dad because, and then dad was like, "Please come home." And then all of us, in 5 minutes, we just went and got dressed, and all we were like waiting like this near the doorstep, and we're like waiting for sir to come. And then sir comes, and he's.
What was he wearing when he came home? Kurta.
I think so. I don't know why I don't remember this. Usually I do, but I don't remember this. But I was just so starstruck and, like overwhelmed by the fact that he came home, And then I think I remember my mom giving him some sweet and all, and all that. And then he was just talking, and I think he was there for about half an hour.
Very nice.
40 minutes. And then, all of us were just like, I think I would have surely blabbered something that day. Every time I meet sir, I think I end up blabbering something. I don't even remember what I speak, whenever I go and speak to him. So I'm sure that day I went and blabbered.
At least you do that, because when I speak to him, nothing comes out of my mouth for the first 1 or 2 minutes.
That happens to me as well. But after those 1 or 2 minutes, I was like, I feel that I've spoken gibberish.
Yeah, amazing. And how should I put it? Have you obviously met him in the studio and all? Any of the memories that comes to your mind? Of course, apart from the first one for Tenali.
So many of them. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know if I should mention this.
Yes, you should.
I want to. So there was one time when I got a call from Sir Studio. This was, I think, in 2013 or so.
Okay.
So Sami Anna had called me. He said, "Studio Vandruma ipove." So I went. I just rushed. I literally went. My hands were like trembling. And then when I went there, I was waiting for some time, and then suddenly they said, "Sir vandittaru, you can go meet sir." So this was a track for Kavya Talevan.
Yeah, super.
Kavya Talevan. So I think finally Vani Jairam ma'am had sung this song.
Yeah.
But I remember sir, ideating the song with me.
Wow.
It was one surreal experience. So I know I was so stupid at that time, because when I went and met sir, I could not say words at all. I was like, so I think so he asked me, he was just ideating. He was asking me, enna ragam idu sollu chuma. He was just like, he was messing with me. Then I'm like, instead of saying Shuddha Saveri, I said Shuddha Dhanyasi, because at that time my brain was, it just froze.
Yeah.
So I just said that, and then sir jokingly said, haha, Shuddha Sanyasi. And I was like, sir, sorry. And then I was like, in that kind of a mood that day, because, and sir also was joking around nicely and all that. So he gave me, I think those were hymns from a book.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, just go to the voice booth and just sing these. I will just tell you. So he would sing something. Immediately he would take, and then I sang it. And then the next line, then sing. So it was like that. I think it got over in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful, because I was so happy that I was part of a session where sir was ideating.
Wow.
And then I could fortunately be part of a session where, he was, that is a beautiful process, right? When when the tune is coming out of him, and then when you're singing it, I don't think, a lot of people would get that kind of an experience. And I feel so blessed to have been part of that session. So, I mean, this is one session, and I think there was one more session which was early in the morning. I think I'd come at 9 o'clock in the night, but sir had come early in the morning, and the recording got over in 5 minutes or something.
Wow.
Like, once sir came, he's so quick. He's like, okay, sing. Okay, okay, just punch this one word. That's it. Sing. So he's so quick. Sir knows what he needs. So I think I thought I was just a device to communicate what sir is trying, his ideas. So it was one of those surreal experiences. You don't even, after you come back home, you don't even remember what you did.
Wow.
Because it's so surreal. And then I think after 2-3 days, you'll again remember what you sang. Oh yeah, this is what I sang. But that beauty of that recording, and the whole vibe in Panchatan is so beautiful and so positive that it's almost like you're in a meditative trance, and when you're singing, so it's always like that.
For sure. Amazing. Look, since you mentioned about Panchatan, and since the fact that you obviously visited a number of times, I would like you to describe a bit more about Panchatan. of what you see there, and what, of course, the vibe is amazing, out of the world. I have personally visited. I love it, but I would like to hear it from your voice.
Yeah. So I think like when you enter, you have the blue color. I don't know. I'm so bad at describing these, so I won't even get into that. But I know I like that swing in the front.
Everyone talks about that swing.
I love that swing. I'm like, whenever they ask us to wait, I'm always sitting on that swing and just chilling there. But having said all this, once you get into the control room and you're listening to the song that you're going to sing, and that time I think your mind is only like, okay, let me learn the tune. But I don't know, some magic happens when you go to the voice booth to start recording, because I don't know, I'm not able to describe that feeling at all, because the moment you enter the voice booth and try recording something, like I said, you go into that sort of meditative state. And till then, whatever you learn, you think is a blur, because oh my god, do I remember this line? But once you go there and start singing, you realize that you remember everything. And this is at, say, 3 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. in the morning. You still remember all these things, even though you think you're disoriented. There's just some magic there, there's just some, I don't know, just some magic, or God's grace. I don't know how to describe it, but there is definitely something when you go and sing there.
100%, yeah, for sure. This is very unanimous with what you're just describing. I think almost everyone talks about the same magic that happens as soon as they go to something. And Javed Ali's podcast came out just an hour before this podcast is about.
Okay.
And then if you go watch it later, whenever you get time, he actually talks about the same thing, where he went for a recording. I can't remember which song he was talking about. He spent the entire night waiting. And then when Sir came early in the morning at around 7, he was like, okay, Sir apparently said, okay, Javed, are you ready? And he was ready straight away, and the song finished in 15 minutes after waiting all night for his turn to come.
That always happens in Sir's studio, I feel, because you forget that you were waiting there for so much time, because when you go inside and when Sir is recording you, it's just some magic that happens. And it just gets done in like 10 minutes, because he knows what he wants.
Correct.
And that tune is so beautiful, and it's gone inside you, and the vibe of the studio and everything, it all just comes together.
Yeah. And I have to mention this, since you mentioned about the swing. So would you believe the swing thing comes in my dreams too? So I have been selfishly sat on that, and on during my trip to India and all, I've done that. And even Sir, he was just walking past, he looked at me, smiled and left, because he just saw me doing that. And so in my dream, this was very recent actually. I was on the swing, and I think I was working on my Mac, and then I was tired or something. I was just lying down like this, and I was lost. And in my dream, apparently Sir came and he took a picture of me lying down, and then I was obviously in a different world, and then he posted that on Instagram, and then they were all making fun of me. And this was in a dream. And then in the morning I woke up and I thought, okay, oh my god, let me go check if this really happened. And then I realized, no man, Chander, idiot, this was a dream.
But I think it might become reality.
Anyway, but yeah, silly things like this. And of course, Dad has sung so many for Sir, and I love his voice to death. And every time I listen to some of his songs, I send a screenshot of it to Sir, and Sir, that's your dad, and he sends a smiley back. And especially every time Arage Sugama plays, it takes me to a whole new world. And I mean, I don't know, not just about that song, but I just love Dad's voice so much. And particularly, this is a non-ARR track. The one that he sang in Dil Chahta Hai blows my mind. Kaisi Hai Ye Ruh. And Dad loves that song too.
He does.
He absolutely loves that song. And I also love the one in which one is that? Tu Muskura. Which movie is that?
Zindagi.
Zin-
Zindagi. Right. It's from
Zindagi,
Yuvraj.
Zindagi. Yeah, Yuvraj. Oh my God, I
Yuvraj.
couldn't recollect the name of the movie, but Zindagi, what an amazing track.
It's a beautiful song.
I will shut my mouth and please tell me what are all your favorite tracks of the ones that Dad has sung.
I can keep going on forever. Yeah, Melisse
Yeah,
is one of my favorites. Murumadi Avaladu,
yeah,
Em Anvuru Mangaye,
beautiful.
Alage Sugama, Minsara Pove.
Oof.
Yeah, I will just keep going on. Zindagi, of course. And there is this Rahman sir movie, 1947 Earth.
Ooh,
So there is this beautiful song called Ye Jo Zindagi.
I love it.
It's
You
a
have no idea.
beautiful song, and I used to have it on my playlist before, but now I think I'll have to like update it again. But I just love that song, and yeah, I mean, plenty of songs like this. If you ask me, I mean, but these are the ones that just popped in my head
Yeah,
right
of course.
Yeah.
And coincidentally enough, as part of the I Love AR community, today is 1947 Earth Day, album day rather, album of the day.
Oh,
And
okay,
so
lovely.
what that means is the entire community listens to that album and then dissect, and we go layer by layer, we start discussing.
Beautiful.
And this particular song blows our minds, and I love this song to death.
It's a beautiful song.
So maybe with that said, maybe 2 lines of that song.
Ye Jo Zindagi.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I've not sung it. Let me see if I can sing it. Okay.
Give it a shot. See how you go.
Yeah. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई दास्ता है. Let me look at the lyrics.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, one sec. Yeah. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई दास्ता है, कब होगा क्या ये खबर कहाँ है. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई कारवां है, कहाँ जाएगी ये खबर कहाँ है. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई दास्तां है, कब होगा क्या ये खबर कहाँ है. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई कारवां है, कहाँ जाएगी ये खबर कहाँ है. ये जो जिंदगी है कोई कारवां है, कहाँ जाएगी ये खबर कहाँ है. I hope I sang that.
Wow, beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's great. It was great. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I've not. This is the first time I'm singing the song. I've listened.
Sorry, I put you on the spot, but
plenty of time.
since you mentioned about that song, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, this is. Please pardon all my mistakes. Whoever is
No, please.
watching this, please do.
No. We love
It's
it.
very impromptu.
It's great. And I'm sure Dad is going to love it when he watches this.
But first thing he'll be like, no, I think I need to take that should be pronounced like this. You know, he's always looking at those mistakes that I make.
So, okay, look, of course, we spoke about the songs that Dad has sung and the ones that are your favorites. What are your favorites? As in, it doesn't have to be Dad's sung songs, but it can be anything. I know it's going to be thousands. Just pick maybe
So
5 or
many.
6.
I love this song, Boondon Se Baatein,
Ooh,
from Takshak, right?
Akshak.
I think it's from Takshak, yeah. I love that song. Sen Tamilnadu Tamilichi.
Oh my goodness. I love that so much.
And then this one. Sevanam.
Yes.
Sevanam. That one. What else? I can just keep going on.
Keep going. I love
I have
the
an
ones that you're
entire
picking.
playlist of Rahman sir songs that I like whenever I'm traveling I just put them on. So they have all these songs
Is
and
that on Spotify or something or what?
Spotify and Apple. So
Okay, okay.
I curated that playlist. I just
Oh my
add
God. Can you
songs
please
and
make it public and share the playlist?
yes, I will do that. Then I also love this one, Ichi Elumichi
Oh my
from
goodness.
Taj Mahal. Of course, Sota Chota is also there. Dad's
Oh
song.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that one.
That's Dad's version or Sujata ma'am's version? Both.
I love both versions. Both are so beautiful and
It makes me dance for some reason whenever I listen to it.
yeah. It's got that quality and yeah. I mean, I there is in Taj Mahal there is one more song. I don't know if it's
Tirupachi.
there in the no. Tirupachi, of course, but it's there in the movie and not in the album.
Oh, I
So
haven't watched the movie. I
what
have
is
no
it?
idea.
Tarara 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 tarara. So
Nice.
yeah, it goes like that. And I think yeah, it's a beautiful song.
I think this was there in the album, I remember.
It is
No?
there, but
But different version or more.
yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love this song, and I also like I can also mention Sir's background scores.
Oh yeah.
Iruvar, that background score when the credits roll and all that. Oh my god! Every time I listen to it just gets me. It just the way the transitions happen and all
Yeah.
that. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And there is also, for the longest time, I think I was having Munbeva, the background version of
Wow.
Munbeva, as my ringtone.
Really? Oh, super.
When I was in school, that only that used to be my ringtone because every time I heard it, I used to feel like this breath of fresh air inside
Mm.
me and all
Mm.
that. And in I think I was in high school at that time, and all these you have all these crushes and all that in school, and you're thinking about them when you're
Mm.
hearing that
Mm.
song or the background score. So I think Sir's music, it creates that kind of impact in every listener. Everyone
Yeah.
can relate to some aspect of their life. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, oh, if you're in a wedding, you obviously think of Yaro Yarodi
Yeah. Yeah.
or Mangalyam. So for every situation,
Mm.
there is some song of Sir's that is always, always someone holds it so dear to their heart. So I mean, I'm
Beautiful.
someone like that. For everything I have something playing in my mind, and
Mm.
most of it
Mm.
is Rahman sir songs.
So beautiful. I
Yeah.
love hearing these.
Thank you.
So, look, you know what? The stage is totally yours. If you had to sing a song or two or more, as many as you want, you can pick any
Okay.
song that you like. I don't want to put you in the spot. You pick any of your favorite songs that you hum on a daily basis or which are more super favorite for you, and you can sing a couple of lines, maybe a couple of them. One, two, three.
Oh yeah.
Choice
Yeah,
is yours.
I can do a few lines of Arage Sugama.
Wow, go for it.
Like maybe a few lines, I hope. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. அழகியே சுகமா உன் கோபங்கள் சுகமா கண்ணே சுகமா சுகமா உன் கண்ணீர் சுகமா சுகமா வீடு வாசல் சுகமா வீட்டு தோட்டம் சுகமா பூக்கள் எல்லாம் சுகமா உன் பொய்கள் எல்லாம் சுகமா ஆ
Beautiful. Love it. Not an easy song at all. And you also hit the high notes so very well.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah. I mean, my voice is a little strained, but then I just love this song. I wanted to do it, whatever it was. So,
Amazing. Amazing.
yeah,
And
it's
any other song that comes to your mind?
சின்ன சின்ன ஆசை சிறகடிக்கும் ஆசை முத்து முத்து ஆசை முடிந்து வைத்த ஆசை வெண்ணிலவு தொட்டு முத்தமிட ஆசை என்ன இந்த பூமி சுற்றி வர ஆசை சின்ன சின்ன ஆசை சிறகடிக்கும் ஆசை முத்து முத்து ஆசை முடிந்து வைத்த ஆசை மல்லிகை பூவாய் மாறிவிட ஆசை தென்றலை கண்டு மாலையிட ஆசை மேகங்களை எல்லாம் தொட்டுவிட ஆசை சோகங்களை எல்லாம் விட்டுவிட ஆசை கார்குழலில் உலகை கட்டிவிட ஆசை சின்ன சின்ன ஆசை சிறகடிக்கும் ஆசை முத்து முத்து ஆசை முடிந்து வைத்த ஆசை.
Super. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
That is
I
going to be
wanted to do
so
Chinna
happy.
Chinna Asai, the first song that I heard, and I probably going by my parents, the first song that I sang.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I wanted to do it today because this is Rahman so special, and that's
You know
the
what?
only song I could think of, that made such an impact. That from that song till today, his music has been one of the not even major, it is a driving factor, the biggest driving factor in my life. Whatever, like I said, whatever situations I see myself in life, I have a Rahman sir song for that. And he's touched our lives so much, with his music, and it's just incredible. I have nothing but gratitude to Rahman sir for all the lovely music that he's given us all. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, amazing the words that you just mentioned. I mean, yeah, it's very touching. And you know what? I'm going to take this clip and share it to sir.
Oh my
I'll
god.
share it to him. He needs to watch this.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
mean,
he will not have the time to watch the entire podcast, but tiny clips he does watch it.
please. Yeah. Please.
I'll
Yeah.
share this one
Because,
to him.
yeah, I mean, like I get very emotional when I think about it itself, because it's not like his music has made such a big impact in our lives. And also, I want to can I mention this here? Yeah, so I think I was at a very low point in my life, because I have all these insecurities about oh my god, what is going to happen now, and all of that, even with respect to my career and all. But after Seaman the Pooh came, I remember doing the song in front of Rahman sir in a reality show.
Yes.
And sir actually said, that, I've seen you from when you were little, and you just keep improving yourself, and I can't believe you're the same singer. I almost cried, hearing that, because it means so much to me. I like these awards and all, none of that matters, because I have Rahman sir coming and saying this to me, and
Yeah.
I felt that I don't need anything else. This is like a lifetime achievement that has happened. Sir saying all these kind words from sir.
Mm.
I was literally in tears that day. It was just,
Amazing. Congratulations. I
yeah,
did see that clip. I did. I did not watch the show, but I did watch that clip.
the clip. Yeah,
I did.
yeah. I mean,
Beautiful.
Rahman sir is so magnanimous. He need not have said that also, and I would have been okay. But he said that, and I was just
And he means every single word, Sharanya. You know
He
that.
does, yeah. I mean, it just got me on an emotional roller coaster. Once
Yeah.
he said that, I was just controlling my tears because it was on TV and all that. But
And what more do you want?
right, yeah, exactly, exactly. And
Amazing.
yeah, I mean, those words from Sir, that really
Mm.
actually charged me up, saying, "Okay, you know what? Keep going on.
Yeah.
Whatever anyone says or anyone says anything hurtful, also don't even take that into your ears. Just keep
Correct.
going."
Yeah.
That's
And
something I yeah, that's something
congrats,
that
congrats.
made
I'm
me
proud of
emotional
you.
that day.
So proud
Yeah,
of you. That song is amazing, and I so love the fact that
yeah.
yourself, Shweta, Sirisha, and Jonita took it to a whole new level as part of
Yeah.
the tiny idea that we had.
Absolutely.
In
Yeah.
fact, I still remember that was a very tiny. I said, still remember having a chat with Shweta saying, you know what, Shweta, we should get all these guys to put out a cover. And she said, hey, you know what, we can take this idea further. I was already going to do a cover, but how about we do this? So we had a quick little brainstorming thing, and then you guys made it happen.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was all, I mean, Shweta initiated that thing and she created that WhatsApp group for us and she was like, come, let's get recording. And I was like, wow, okay. But like, it never struck me that, I could do a reprise version of the same song, a cover of the song. But when Shweta brought up that idea and all of that, I was so kicked about it. I'm like, come, let's do it and all. And, I think all of us coordinated over this WhatsApp group. I think I must have just made one call to Shweta. That's it. But other than that, all the coordination was on WhatsApp. Have you sent your videos? Okay, do these steps. And Jonita had these steps and all in the song. And I cannot dance to save my life. Like she had these cute steps. Like those. I mean, I think everybody else did that gracefully except me. I was doing okay. No, I'm not supposed to turn my head like that. Oh my god. Okay, why am I turning
No,
like that?
you did well.
My head like I'm getting a sprain or something. Like I was so embarrassed by it, but yeah, it was fun. It was so much fun doing
That's
that
good.
whole thing, and it was so well received by
It was very well received. Yes.
everyone.
Yeah.
So after that,
Sir liked it too.
yes, he did. Yeah, sir also really liked it, and that it just elevated the whole thing to a different level.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Indeed. And with 99 songs, since we are in that topic, you went for the audio launch along with dad. Did mom also come?
No, she didn't.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't remember seeing her, and I thought
she
she might be
wasn't
sitting in
there.
the audience or something. So we went for the audio launch, and I somehow feel, I mean, that that audio launch was very emotional because the way in which Sir spoke, it was like from his heart, and
Absolutely.
calling each and every person on the stage superstar, 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 or rock star. I can't remember, and then him calling your dad Srini, and it was very nice. And then
So nice.
yeah, I mean Srini sir, of course, he was lost with words. He was emotional so much, right? And then
It was, yeah. As in,
uh,
I think all of us was so happy to be part of
yeah,
the event, and we were all so looking forward to watching the movie as well.
yeah,
Oh, that was also amazing. That experience,
yeah.
the 99 songs premiere.
Mm,
Oh, that was an amazing experience because Sir again spoke before the movie started, and all of
correct.
us were like cheering, and it was lovely.
What did he speak? Because we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, he was just saying, "Hope you all enjoy the film," and then he called Rahman on stage, and then Ihan spoke, and then yeah, and then they just screened the film, and it was so beautiful.
Nice.
Such a lovely experience, and watching the movie with everybody else was an amazing experience. Yeah.
May I ask something? Were you a
Yes.
bit disappointed that Seemantapur didn't make it in the movie?
Uh, no, I mean, I was actually thinking. So I was like, okay, where will the song come? Like in my head, that kept happening. Where will the song play out in the
Mm,
movie? Because the movie looks like more contemporary. Then I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a flashback sequence and all that.
Yeah, correct.
So all of that I was thinking, and no, I was not disappointed at all, because I'm honestly so happy that Rahman sir had that faith in me to call me to record those portions itself. That itself, I have the biggest gratitude to him for that. So I was not at all, I was so happy to just watch the movie, and even though when it played in the background, I was really happy. I was just so happy that I was just enjoying the movie with everybody else. So I was not disappointed at all. I'm just so grateful to Rahman sir. That's all.
For sure. And it's a great song, and
It's
such a great
amazing
thing to
song.
have on your portfolio, so to speak, if I can use that word.
Yeah, absolutely. And even till today, so many people are still sending covers for the same
Oh
song.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, the impact it has created is something else. So I would like to first of all thank Rahman sir for having that faith in me, because I would have never had that faith in myself, like, okay, I will be able to pull off, all these, this kind of song. Sirisha is super talented. Okay. She's a rock star. But I'm speaking for myself. I'm like, oh my God, when we went to record that song itself, I was having these doubts. Oh my God, will I be able to sing this? Oh my God, this sounds so hard. Oh my God, how do I do this fast and all? Sirisha was so good. Like, I mean, I think I drew that energy from her, and somehow I was able to execute it. That's all I will say. Yeah.
Amazing. Great. I also want to touch on another very important person in your life. That's your husband.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why, I mean, he's obviously a big name in architecture, right? And then so the reason why I wanted you to touch on that aspect is because one thing I really appreciate is he's supporting you in your passion, and that's just amazing. And then I also know that your dad absolutely adores him, and
He does.
yeah.
The moment I brought him home, I was expecting another reaction from him. Your dads are usually like, okay, let me see how to grill this boy. But the moment he met Nandu, I think they just vibed so well
Nice.
that I think he has more conversations with him than with me. Yeah, this is the truth.
Nice.
Like he's looking forward to every Sunday, because we come to dad's place. Like right now I'm in dad's place.
Yeah.
We usually come here to have breakfast.
Nice.
And he's always looking forward to it, because he'll get to talk to him.
Beautiful.
Not even to me, to him. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and I definitely wanted to bring that topic because I wanted to know, it's obviously had a huge impact on you, because having a partner who is supporting you in your passion is just amazing. Not every couple has that luxury, and I just wanted you to share a little bit about that, so that it inspires other couples too, and hopefully my better half, whenever that happens in the future, whoever that person is, I'm just joking, but however, the other aspect is your wedding pictures that I remember dad shared it on Facebook and all. That's how I got to see it. So beautiful.
Yeah.
I would like you to describe what it was like. Number one, your wedding, and then number two is Rahman sir coming for your wedding, and I have the visual in front of me where your dad's reaction when sir was there.
Oh yeah, we were all just so stumped, like, I mean, my dad was saying, Rahman sir is coming. He's coming to the wedding.
Yeah.
But we didn't know when.
Yeah.
What time? Nothing.
Yeah.
We were just like, okay. I think I was at that time. I think I was bored of smiling for a lot of pictures. I remember my jaw was hurting so much.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I think I need a break. I shouldn't smile so much. And then Rahman sir walks in.
Yeah.
And then it was like my jaw just dropped. It like, okay, he's here. He's here. He's made it. Yes. And then all of us just went berserk. Everyone. My husband is, I think he will claim this. Okay, he will say that he's a bigger fan of Rahman sirs than you are. You or I are. I think you should have this conversation with him.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want another competitor now.
I will share his number with you. You can fight with him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was stunned. I don't think he could even speak. He was like, oh.
Wow.
Like he was like that. I think all of us were like that day. My cousin was like that. My cousin is a huge Rahman sir fan. He was also like, what am I seeing? Am I actually seeing God right in front of my eyes? And
amazing.
Like that. He had that kind of a look, like this petrified, like that, like, like starstruck kind of look. So all of us were just so happy that Rahman sir could come on that day, despite his, he's so busy.
Schedule.
Yeah, he's super busy schedule. He could take some time off and come to bless us, we was just so fortunate to have him at the wedding that day. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And about your husband?
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's I think I just got lucky because
he's lucky too.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say. But yeah, I mean, I think I really got lucky because he's one person I've always looked for in a life partner. It just happened very organically. I didn't plan it and all.
Yeah.
But he is very sensitive. He's very emotional. He has empathy in him. I find very few people having this quality in them. Like whoever I've interacted with, the empathy is something that very few people possess. Like radiating positive energy and like making people feel like they're loved. So he has that quality in him. He's a very, very sensitive and emotional person. And I think throughout the time we've been seeing each other and all, he's always been very, very supportive of my decisions. Not just him. I would also like to mention my in-laws, his parents. They're absolute sweethearts, and they also really encourage me. And they're every time I do something, I do a concert or something, they're so proud of me. They're always like, oh my God, are you singing this song? Are you singing that song? I think they're more excited than my parents. So I'm like super lucky that way. And Nandu has always been someone who's really pushed me, to explore more. He said, don't leave it like this. I think you can do this. You can do this better. You can do that better. And he's always offering me tips on doing this better. I think I've evolved into a more confident person because of him.
Very nice.
Yeah. I think before him, I was probably like, I had all these self-doubts and, I was insecure and like, I was just not too happy with the way things were happening in my life, like personally. But once he came into my life, I think it just took off from there. I became a more confident person. I became more aware. I started, I think I also started networking better because of him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because till then I was like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere, I'll just be at home. Comfort zone. But he's really pushed me out of my comfort zone to kind of, like find anything. He'll be like, you won't get anything like this. You have to go out of your comfort zone. Then only you'll find something. So he's always been that very positive influence in my life. And he's been the happiest person whenever any song comes out. And he's always absolutely an encouraging person. And he's a huge music buff. He loves listening to a wide range of songs. I think he'll come and tell me, you should listen to this song and you should try singing like this. This will probably suit you. Songs that I am probably not even aware of, but he'll come and tell me all this. So all that has kind of played a huge role in shaping me up, like the last 3-4 years. So I'm so grateful to have him,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Does he sing too?
Yes, actually he can sing quite well.
Super. Nice. You should
I'm not
get him
saying
to,
because it's my husband, but he actually does have a good voice.
get him to join in one of your covers or something in the future.
Yes, we are actually planning to do one. I mean, he sings a lot of these pop songs really well, like John Mayer and all that is something that he can sing really well, like he just picks that song and he sings very he just sings them well. Yeah.
Since you mentioned that he is also okay, I disagree with the fact that he's the biggest fan. No, that's not happening. But
you should have that fight with him. I will send his number right away.
And what's that one song that he keeps humming?
Of late, but I mean, usually it's Innum Konja Nero.
Oh yeah,
He loves that song. He's just always singing that, or he's also singing Nahi Samne.
oh, nice one.
I think that was the very first songs he sent to me. You know, like he just sang that and sent it to me.
Beautiful.
Like he's like, hey, listen, I also can sing. I'll sing the song and send it to you. And then he just sent it to me, and I'm like, hey, it sounds nice.
Super.
ഉയരും നീ ഉടലും നീ ഉറവും നീ തായേ ഉയരും നീ ഉടലും നീ ഉറവും നീ തായേ தன்னுடலில் சுமந்து உயிரை பகின்று உருவம் தருவாய் நீயே உன் கண்ணில் வழியும் ஒரு துளி போதும் கடலும் முருகும் தாயே உன் கண்ணில் வழியும் ஒரு துளி போதும் கடலும் உருகும் தாயே.
Beautiful. Not an easy song actually.
Yeah, and I've not even sung the song in ages. Like I only sung the Pallavi. Like
Nice.
so I had to like think for a while to like switch to the next line and all that. But yeah.
That brings me to the next one. Obviously, Unni sir is a buddy of Dad and a very cool family friend of yours too.
Absolutely, he is. Yeah.
And I'm thankful to this journey again that he's become one of my very good friends, and both his son and daughter are also coming on the podcast super soon together.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So, and they're very excited. But with that aside, anything that you would like to share about Unni sir?
Oh, Unni uncle is awesome. He's always like, we always call him like Zen master, because whatever the situation, you know, he'll always be calm and composed and all of that, you know.
And have you also noticed, even when he talks, it seems like he's singing.
Absolutely. He's like, his voice is something else. Like I love Unni uncle singing so much. And you know, like you rightly pointed out, whenever he talks, it's almost like he's singing only. But he's a gem of a person. He's an absolutely amazing human being. And we are so fortunate to have him as like close friends. So actually, you know, there is, you know, we used to be neighbors at one point, Unni uncle and I. So there is an apartment in ECR. So, you know, I used to live there, and Unni uncle used to be my neighbor. And, you know, we used to like keep catching up every now and then. And every time I go there, it's wonderful, because, you know, uncle has a lot of things to talk about. And, you know, he loves playing, I think he's a tennis enthusiast, tennis or cricket.
Oh.
I remember one morning my husband and Unni uncle went and played badminton or something randomly. Like this was like some 2-3 years back.
Okay.
Like I was like, where did Nandu go? And I just went and played badminton with Unni uncle and came back. I'm like, okay, wow, nice. Yeah, so he's an absolutely amazing human being. That's
nice.
It's very rare to find people like Unni uncle, because he's so genuine and down to earth, and you know, he's one of the nicest people I personally know.
Yeah, I've been very, very fortunate that he came on the podcast as well, and he was in no rush whatsoever. He said, talk to me about anything. And
he's absolutely a sweetheart. Like,
yeah,
that's
And I still remember that he mentioned about the Hello Doctor story.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he said, I told him, Sir, AR Sir is coming on the podcast next week. And he came the week before that. Then I told him, I'll tell AR Sir about this Hello Doctor thing. And I actually told Sir during his podcast that Unni Sir still regrets that he didn't sing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said he's
Right.
from Karnataka, he didn't want to sing, and I sang it. That's what Sir said. And I told him, Sir, version 2 Panna, please get him to sing.
Thing, yeah. Oh, that'll be nice actually. If Uni Uncle also was part of that song. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
totally picture that.
So, Sharanya, we touched on various topics. It's been
Yes.
absolutely amazing. But there's just one more thing that I wanted to touch on: your collaborations. Obviously, you did it with Indian Raga, and you made some great friends there too. I would like you to mention about them. Some of the guys from Indian Raga have come on this podcast too.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Like Vinod Krishnan, Mahesh Raghavan, and all these guys. So I think it'll be great for you to even touch on that aspect. I like the way you're collaborating with the others,
Definitely.
and also even Balaji for that matter.
Oh, Balaji. Yeah, he's a whiz kid. He's so
He is.
good. Yeah. So I just wanted to mention about Mahesh first. Mahesh is personally one of my closest friends also.
Nice guy too.
So yeah, he's an amazing guy. So Mahesh, the collaboration with Mahesh happened because I had heard his version of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Like when he played it, I think it went viral everywhere. In 9gag and all, it was there. Like you name it, you'll find it there. So I was like, oh my God, who's this guy? He's so good. He's actually playing Carnatic on the iPad, which is so difficult. Not many people do this.
Yeah.
And I realized that he had done a video with another violinist friend of mine, Shravan Sridhar.
Correct.
So I just reached out to Shravan. I'm like, Shravan, how is Mahesh to work with and all that?
Yeah.
I thought is he okay to like collaborate with and all? He's chill. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Just send him a message. He'll collaborate. Okay. So I got his number, messaged Mahesh, and Mahesh was on board like the very second I said, let's do a collaboration.
Nice.
And that kind of took me by surprise because generally, for collaboration itself, artists are usually very, very picky about people they work with and all. And I was just thinking to myself, I don't think I've done substantial work for Mahesh to say, okay, like immediately, okay, fine, okay. So I couldn't believe it was happening. But it just took us 2 weeks to finish the whole song. As in, Mahesh sent me like a very skeletal version of the programming. And then I went and recorded that in a studio. So I have to mention the engineer here, Lijesh. He is a fabulous musician and a sound engineer. And he was responsible for getting the best output like out of me for that song. Because he's a musician, he'll teach me, okay, you can do this nuance here, that here. He patiently recorded me for some 4 hours that day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. He has so much patience, and then he'll also give me like feedback and all. Listen, I think this place you can have more feel. So like I generally like to work with people like that, who are you have that give and take happening.
Correct.
So he was really great at giving me that kind of feedback. So yeah, after finishing that, all that was left for us to do was to shoot the video. So I was supposed to go to Bombay for some other work. And Mahesh was also in Bombay at that time. So he said, okay, let's just rent out YouTube space. So we just rented out a space there in the YouTube premises. And then we had someone shoot our video. And then we just put it out. And then I was expecting, okay, fine. But I didn't expect the song to become such a big, even today in the dance communities and all, I've seen a lot of covers to Dhanashri Tilana. So, I mean, it's all, I will only give I will only give credit to Mahesh for it because he was the one who put all this together and it was his fabulous music production and the way he mixed the song. That's why it sounds like, how it sounds now.
Nice.
So Mahesh is a truly talented person. He's already going places, but I think this is just the starting for him. He
Yeah,
will um, be the top in no time. So
I think so too.
I'm
He's very
so
talented.
happy. And yeah, not just that, I also uh, found a very good friend in Mahesh
For sure.
after that. And we've always, uh, whenever he comes to Chennai, he'll come and stay at my place only. So it's always nice to have Mahesh around. So
Nice.
absolutely fantastic musician and a human being he is.
Super. Very cool.
Yeah.
And so, Sharanya, I mean, I'm not sure if you have realized we are approaching 2 hours in this
Oh my
podcast.
God.
2 hours.
Wow.
And this is what usually happens when we start talking about Sir and, the experiences, journey, and memories and everything. We touched on various topics. Is there a topic that I didn't touch on and you would like to talk about?
No, I think you've touched on most of the topics that I was also I also wanted to share all these experiences. So I think, but yeah, I would only like to add that I'm forever grateful to Rahman sir for touching all our lives, with
For sure.
his beautiful music. And
Yeah.
I'm still number one fan.
Hello, that's a debatable thing. However, before I let you go, I have a request. The thing is, I mean, and I know as well, Sir definitely loves Carnatic music, and you have had a Carnatic background. And why don't you dedicate something for AR, Sir, in Carnatic to close out this podcast? It can be anything.
Okay. Karuna Kara Kamala Nayana Karuna Kara Kamala Nayana Karuna Kara Kamala Nayana Karunīlamukil Varna Muralīdhara Gopala Mukunda Shri Vaikunta Muralīdhara Gopala Gopala Gopala.
You nailed it. This one was like, in Sir's terms, it was flowy. Look, Sharanya, absolute honor and privilege to have you, and daughter of someone I absolutely adore, and one of my very good friends that I've found as part of this journey. Thank you,
My
Heath,
pleasure
for
as well.
joining.
I'm so happy to be part of this podcast. You wouldn't know how much it means to me. It actually means a lot to me to be part of such a wonderful podcast. And you are amazing. I mean, hats off to you for, calling, like all these amazing musicians that I love and adore. And, it just flows. The podcast just flows. There is no awkward silence or anything like that. And kudos to you for putting it together in such a lovely format. And means a lot to me to be honestly be a part of this. I'm so happy that I was a part of this amazing podcast.
Thank you so much. And then I also have to, first of all, congratulate you for the cover that you released recently, Tum Saath Ho, along with Balaji. That has been very well received in the I Love ARR community, and people love you. I, in fact, shared a message by one of your fans just earlier as well. They love your voice, they love the work that you do. Yeah, the community loves you, so I just wanted to.
I love the community back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for all the love. Thank you.
Nice.